So Synco sent me their new G1 wireless kit, and I wanted to see how easily it would fit into my workflow. Since this is a microphone review, I would definitely suggest wearing a pair of headphones just so you can get a better representation of how this little wireless kit sounds. What's cool is they actually have a mic on the transmitter, and so you can use it without a lav mic. And they even include this little fur windscreen. So you can use this system for on-location sound, kind of like how I did here. Except I can't really play the guitar, so I'll enlist the help of my buddy who can actually play something that sounds good. So real quickly, let's go over what Synco actually gives you with this G1 kit. Obviously, you got the transmitter and the receiver here, and then up here you have the cord that you're going to connect it to your camera with, and also the lav mic. Now, I'm going to be 100% honest, I'm not super impressed with this lav mic. It's nice and it works, but it doesn't give you a very rich or full sound. But considering that this kit is only $100 and, you know, similar kits by Rode are like $200 and they don't come with a lav mic, I like that it's included, but I'd probably be using more high quality lav mics with this kit. Okay, real quick, although Synco did send me this mic in to review, I'm not being paid. Synco isn't seeing this video before I release it, and these are going to be my honest and unbiased opinions. Whoa! Okay, so if you're wondering why I'm skateboarding while I do these microphone reviews, I just figured that this is probably one of the most extreme situations that you might put a wireless microphone in. I'm guessing most of you are probably just going to be using this for, you know, sit-down interviews or maybe even YouTube videos. So if I can be, you know, jostling this mic system around and, you know, even like jumping, and it still performs pretty decently, then I'm guessing that whatever situations you want to put it in, unless it's something more extreme than the skateboarding that I'm doing right now, you should be totally fine. I know how to kickflip, I just rolled my ankle a while ago. Next, let's test the range. Now, to be honest, this is kind of one of the least important features to me, but I'll test it anyway, see how far back I can go with clear line of sight to the transmitter, obviously. What do you think about this microphone? If you can still hear me, then I feel like this is pretty decent. This is pretty far. Not very good at judging distance. I honestly can't think of any situation where I would be this far away or my talent this far. Hello, hello, hello. Long story short, it works, but if your talent wants to be extreme with the social distancing, you could definitely experience some dropouts. Something else that I also really like about this Synco G1 system is that they charge via USB-C, and so you can just use the split USB-C cable and charge them both simultaneously, which I like to do a lot with my V-mount batteries when I'm on the road. Something else that's pretty cool about these, like most wireless systems that look like this, is that the little clips are hot shoe compatible too, which is pretty sweet. All right, so another way that you can use these little Synco wireless mics is actually in kind of like a news reporter type fashion. I have this little rig right now with just basically a 1/4-20 handle and this little cold shoe cube. And I'm using the inbuilt mic on the transmitter with this little furry windscreen because we're here in the Columbia River Gorge and it's pretty windy most of the time. So this is another way that you can do it. As for physical characteristics, they've got kind of a rubberized plastic feel to them, which I like because that means no fingerprints. This mic system is pretty simplistic, which I also like because there's no surfing for the cleanest signal or complicated syncing. Everything works right out of the box, so there really is no guesswork involved. They sync when you turn them on and you're good to go. One of the biggest problems I have with wireless systems is their usability in my office, which has a lot of Wi-Fi interference. So the last thing we'll do is test them out in the studio and see how they sound. The entire voiceover that you've heard so far has been recorded with the Synco G1 wireless mic using the onboard microphone on the transmitter and recorded straight in to my Panasonic GH3. So here we are in my office and we are using the Synco G1 and it is transmitting wirelessly to my GH3. Now this is usually the situation, as I said, that I always had problems. So if these Syncos do well, then maybe there's just better shielding or something like that. I'm not quite sure, but if these perform better, then that means that these are something that I can actually use in my office and give myself a little bit more flexibility when it comes to my audio. So yeah, since I've already done my own tests, I already know that this actually sounds pretty good. It's not perfect, but for a wireless microphone system, especially for a $100 wireless mic system, this is really good. And I really like what Synco is doing. They're putting out some really good products that can actually compete with the bigger brands. And that's just really cool. So I really like the Synco G1, and I think this is an absolute no-brainer if you're looking for a cheap wireless mic system that you can use on your mirrorless camera, your DSLR, or even your phone. This is just really great, and it works. For $100, I really don't have any big complaints about it. Sure, it'd be nice to have like an on-screen display and, you know, better ways to, I guess, monitor your audio, or maybe an easier way to adjust the gain. But if you have all these bells and whistles that are really cool features, but it doesn't actually perform that well, then it's really not going to be something that I'm going to be using that much. But if it's something like this little Synco G1, that sure, maybe it doesn't have every single feature that filmmakers would want, it just works, and that's really the most important thing. Anyways, thank you so much for stopping by. Big thanks to Synco for sending this out to me. I'll have a link to where you can check out this little G1 wireless mic in the description below. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. If you'd like to check out more of my videos, you can click on either side of my face. Once again, thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you all next time. Later.